We're on the final learning unit, and this video is going to include directions about the final course reflection. So make sure that you're listening for the full time as we go through learning unit number 14, which is going to spotlight your health promotion program presentations, your projects you've been working on, along with finals week, what you're going to need to accomplish by December 12th. So let's look at learning unit number 14, and you're watching this video. The learning outcomes and goals include that you're going to be able to identify the goals, rationale, plan for implementation, and SMART outcomes of one of your peer groups' health promotion program. You're going to be, depending on what group you are in, you're going to be assigned to view a specific group's health promotion program. I'll get into that in a minute, but please know that you're going to have to view a specific group's program. And this is to assure that each program gets some peer evaluation, because you're going to provide feedback regarding this other group's plans to evaluate their outcomes and whether these evaluation measures will demonstrate program effectiveness. And through the peer evaluation forum, you're going to respectfully recommend ways to further improve upon the group's plan for implementation. So you're going to be doing a discussion board post, and you're going to do that using the form, the peer evaluation presentation form that I provide for you. And I'm asking that you also pilot the student satisfaction survey. So I'm going to explain all of that in just 1 minute here. So the first thing is the peer evaluation form. So if you look at this, you're going to see, and if you open it, then you can also download it just by clicking here. You're going to see that everyone was given a specific rating rubric, and this is very similar. So here is what you're going to do is you're going to look at another group's goals and provide a summary of and say whether or not that group really provided a summary of their goals and rationale for how many points you're going to give them. You can see that the max that anybody gets that I've graded is 10. You're going to look at the summary and provide the summary of the data, evidence, and model or theory that program used. Did they do a good job of summarizing the data, evidence, and model theory of their program? And then and what grade would you give them? And did they provide a good summary of the plan for how they're going to implement their program, including a timeline, number of sessions, length of sessions, and what they're going to do in each session? And what grade are you giving them and why? And did they do a good job of providing their SMART outcomes? And are these outcomes going to actually show that their program, demonstrate that their program was successful? Was it really, were they appropriate outcomes? Were they measurable? Were they SMART outcomes? What grade? Clarity. Did they do a good job in citing the evidence per APA format and being very clear? And was this presentation practiced? Was it a professional presentation? And did all group members participate? Yes or no? So this is what you're going to be using for your discussion board. I'm going to pause for a minute. So now that I went over the peer evaluation form, let's go to the folder about group health promotion project presentations. So there are 2 sections of this course this semester. So please note yours might look a little bit different. But if you were in group 1, and if you've forgotten what number you are, I have the members listed And this is where once you've submitted, one group member has submitted your presentation, I'm going to post the link. Okay, so if you're in group 1, your presentation is going to be here. And if you, so anyone, let's go on to the discussion board and we'll be clearer. So the discussion board, when you click on, you're going to see that group members are going to view and evaluate group 2's health promotion presentation. If you're in group 4, you're going to view and evaluate group 5's presentation. If you're in group 7, you're going to evaluate group 1's presentation. So using the peer evaluation form and the directions that I've given, you can either attach the evaluation form to your discussion board post or copy and paste it in your discussion board post. Provide feedback regarding the group's plans to evaluate their outcomes and whether their evaluation measures will demonstrate program effectiveness, and recommend ways to improve upon the group's plan for implementation. So I want to make sure that you highlight these 2 issues along with providing rationale and giving a grade for the group that you're looking at. No reply is required. I just want to make sure that we're all sharing and having our classmates review the hard work we've done this full semester on developing our health promotion program. And therefore, I want everyone to also get some feedback from your colleagues, your classmates, your peers about their presentation. So this is our chance to share with one another. So again, if you're in group 1 right now, you're going to be reviewing group 2's presentation. So but you're going to do that by your discussion board. So I hope that's clear to you. That is our work. And what the next thing, of course, we saw on the learning outcomes and assignments was we have a new student satisfaction survey that we're piloting. This was developed by faculty here at Mercyhurst. So it's just a pilot of this. But I would so appreciate it if you would complete this satisfaction survey. In your course reflection, you're also going to be doing your idea survey. We're doing both because we want to know if we're going to go forward with the one that was developed by the faculty next semester or not. So please complete this one if you would about our course. And then next, the finals week, you're going to also do the idea survey. And remember, faculty only get feedback from any of these surveys after grades are submitted. I appreciate you taking the extra time. At the most, it's going to be 5 minutes for this, but I do appreciate you taking the extra time so faculty can have some good feedback and to make the decision of whether we're going to change our student satisfaction survey. So please complete this, and again, I appreciate it. Now for finals week, remember I said I was going to go over both things. You're going to be doing a final course reflection. This is not a test like your other courses, but it is a final course reflection. So as you may recall, and as was written in your syllabus, there were 4 course outcomes. At the end of this course, you were supposed to demonstrate that you knew how to predict the impact of determinants of health. You can read through these. And number 3 is a little bit difficult to understand. And number 3 is determine how a population's health status, outcome, and quality of life can be improved through socio-political involvement in healthcare or public development. So the definition of socio-political is something that involves both social and political factors. And you can think in part about Haiti, about political factors along with social factors, and so you can think about that. You can think about other issues, but an example of something that is sociopolitical is the issue of environmental conservation. It's influenced by social attitudes towards going green, sustainability, and also by political policies. So those were the 4 outcomes, and for your final course of reflection assignment, again, I'm going to just ask you to wait 1 minute, and I'm going to put this in the student view. So you can see this in both the assignment tab, and I will have it linked to the final course reflection content as well. So you click on Start Attempt 1 just to make sure you can see the directions. So at the beginning, we reviewed these student learning outcomes for the course. Now the final reflection written assignment wants to know, did you meet these student learning outcomes? We've just talked about the 4 here. And here is your requirement with your grading rubric. Your reflection is going to be 1 to 2 pages of a Word document, and you're going to upload it here. And I want you to provide a summary of the content that reflects the chosen student learning outcome. So what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that you describe your ability to achieve each of the 4 outcomes, right? So outcome number 1, how are you going to demonstrate that you've met this outcome? You can use examples from your class, your assignments, so you could say discussion board number 4, or my paper that I did really helped me to better understand the contributions of various health beliefs across the world, something like that. But you're going to do that for each of the 4. And if you have a good summary that reflects all the student learning outcomes, you're going to get 30 points. And I want you to make the reflection personal and meaningful, and that it's written in a conversational manner. You don't have to say APA. You don't have to use APA. And that the information is clear and organized. If you do cite a specific source, then you can add APA formatting. But I'm mainly concerned this time around that it is more of a conversation because it's a reflection. So I want it to be personal, meaningful, and conversational. A maximum of 80 points for this assignment is given. The big thing for this is you can't submit work after the due date. The due date is December 12th. And the reason for that is the final day of final exams. So it has to be submitted today. If you don't submit it by December 12th at the end of the day, it will not even allow you to submit it. And unfortunately, you would get a 0 in it. So it's really important that you submit on time. I hope the directions are clear to you, but this is the 4 learning outcomes of the course, and you're just showing me in your written 1 to 2 page document how you are confirming that you did meet these student learning outcomes. What were the specific assignments that you did? How do I know, and how do you know that you've met these learning outcomes of this course? So that's the completion here. I thank you for all of your really hard work this semester. I know it's been a busy one, and I hope to have you in another course in the future. Thank you.